afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you're listening to this. Welcome back to See After Dark. I hope you're all doing well. So I'm going to greet and I'm going to give you 5 seconds to respond. And I hope you practice good manners and ask me and you. But ready, go. Hi, how are you? Good evening. How are you doing? Answer. Good, I gave you 5 seconds. I hope you said and you. But assuming you said and you, I'm also doing very well. I'm doing very well by God's grace. I have had a good week. I hope you've had a good week. I'm lying, I haven't had a good week. I got heartbroken this week. It's only Wednesday, man. I got heartbroken this weekend. So I don't really I'm laughing at myself. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy out here. But yeah, anyway. I was a bit disappointed this week by one or two things. But we keep on moving. I mean, time keeps flying. It's already Wednesday. So it's presently 11:54 p.m. I'm really trying. Yeah, but I hope everybody's doing very well. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you're able to distress a bit during the weekend. And in Accra, it's a short week because Friday is a holiday. I think they said Labor Day or something. I don't even know what it is, but it's some holiday. So I'm sure Ghanaians are happy. But yeah, so welcome to today's episode. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for being a repetitive, listener. And if you're a first time listener, so I'm so happy to have you here. Yes, so in today's episode, let's just get right into it. I feel like officially, I'll always begin. I feel like that's what it's been. I will always begin the podcast with some random thoughts before I get into like anything that I probably plan to talk about. Before I get into the random thoughts though, there's something that I saw, in my last episode, because I was a bit, triggered. I was like, nobody should tell me if I use a lot of word fillers. I'm aware. And I said I was going to start working on it when I'm ready. I'm ready now. 1 week later, I'm ready. So I think I saw a video and then the guy was saying that the reason why people use a lot of word fillers in their speech is because sometimes they're speaking too quickly. So, and I know I speak fast. I've heard people tell me like countless times that it's like I speak really quickly, usually it's not Ghanaians, but it's usually people I meet from other countries. So it's like, I assumed it was because of my accent, because like the accents differing from like what they are well, right? So, but like after I watched the video, I was like, well, maybe he does have a point. So like slowing down when you're speaking, and also instead of using some word fillers, just pause, right? So instead of saying then I'll like say something, then breathe, then say something again, then breathe. So usually when you're using like, it should be to maybe link two things or something like that. But if it's not like that, just breathe. So I'm going to try. I'm talking about this now because I want to see like progress, and I also want you people, you children of the Lord, to also attest to the progress, right? So look at me, I'm doing okay, moving on. If you remember a few episodes ago, I spoke about how I want to learn how to do the splits. Since that day I spoke about it, it's like 2 weeks. I've not practiced it, but I practiced last night. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'll practice again this evening. I've just remembered. I'll do it after recording. It's not easy. I heard cock in my leg. I was just hearing cock in my leg. But I feel like I got it like twice. Like I was able to do it. But like I wasn't able to get down. But I was able to do it. So I think I'll try it again. I'll keep trying. I'll get there. So I'll give you guys progress. Flexible shallots in the making. Hey, people are not ready for me. Once I learn this place, I just lucky that I'm not an influencer. Like the whole world will not rest, but you guys will not rest anyway. I'll don't worry. Give me time. Yes. So moving on. I think there are 3 things that I want to talk about, like things that came on my mind during this week. The first thing, I wanted to talk about this some time ago, but I kept forgetting. The time for women to pretend like they know football has come. The time for women to pretend like they are football fans has arrived. It is now time for them to It's now time for them to spread their wings and showcase their force love for football. I'm so amazed at how, like, in most of the videos I keep seeing of people watching football, majority of them are women. You are lying. You just wanted to buy the jersey. You are lying. Though sometimes I've tried to like football a couple of times, and all of the times are not for good reasons. The last time I tried to watch football was because I thought it was because of a boy. But I repent. I'm never gonna do that again. Or will I? Will I? Maybe I'll watch football for my husband. If I ever get married, maybe I'll watch football for my husband. But I've tried severally, and so I know that you're all lying. I have a few friends, like Florence legit loves football. She and football. Arsenal. My cousin Liz loves football. I believe Valerie likes football. I believe her. Ruby too. Out of this, also I have another cousin. I believe she likes football. I think Tamara likes football. Out of these people, every other woman is lying. You are just lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Anyway, that was the first. And then the second thing. So I was on my own. Jejely, sitting in my own corner. I opened my WhatsApp. I said, let me look at my WhatsApp statuses. Children of God, tell me why I saw somebody post a jet for sale on their WhatsApp status. A jet, not a car, not a house, not a I don't even know how to say, not a swimming pool, not even a child. A private jet. And it wasn't even a joke. It was like a serious businesswoman. Like it was one of, when you have the serious people, like a serious woman I know. But I didn't know her seriousness was to the point of selling jets. I looked at the price. I looked at my bank account, and I immediately said, I bind the spirit of poverty in the name of Jesus. I bind you. In fact, I also bind that woman and her status. I don't want to see such. When did we start posting jets, private jets, for sale on WhatsApp status? Oh lo. Oh no. Because what do you mean that people are casually selling aircrafts while I'm here? Today I was busy comparing the price of my body scrub. Life is truly happening at different levels. I cannot believe it. After this, I don't even know if I want to talk about the last thing, but I think I will, just to get it over and done with. the last thing I want to talk about, random like thoughts I had. It's not even something that happened this week. I think it's been like maybe 2 weeks. There's one day that Hillary came to my place, and we were very excited and stuff. Like, we're in good moods, right? And I was just there, and I started thinking about some. I don't want people to think I like men. Men are vanity. Like, I know I've spoken about men like in like the past couple of episodes, but just know that men are vanity. It's not like I like them, but I have to talk about it. Men no matter in heaven. Yeah, so I was telling her that it just clicked in my mind that I hope you guys would understand this, because I don't know if she understood me when I was trying to explain it to her. But I feel like some men keep you there for when they are ready to be sensible, or when they feel like they don't have options. I mean, I know we all do that sometimes, but I feel like men in particular, you know how they say a man will always a man will get somebody to marry whenever he's ready. When he is ready, like, he will definitely always get somebody. And I feel like sometimes the men are aware they're a good woman, but they don't like you at that time, or like they don't want to like commit to you at the time. So they'll just be appearing and disappearing. You see, in maybe a year, this person will probably like pop up like maybe 3-4 times with, oh, I like you, you're a very good woman, you're this, I don't see this. But then they lack the consistency. So they would come up and then like, just butter you up for a little while, sell you a dream. If you believe them, you're stupid. If you let it enter your brain, you're stupid. So you better not be stupid, right? Good. I just wanted to add that, because there's some of you, whenever they come, you believe them. Let's not be stupid, right? Let me continue. I don't know why I thought they need to say that. Okay, let's continue. So I feel like they come back and like they'll sell you a dream, and they'll do that like maybe 3-4 times a year. But like they're never bringing you anything solid. Like, they're not telling you or trying to solidify anything with you. It's just that, maybe one day, maybe when they're ready to settle down, they know that when they come back to you, they'll get you. And I think sometimes men think the things they do is unique. Like, their tactics are unique. But the way men behave is so common. Like, the way they do their things is so common. I say that, but I also, the last man I experienced, what he did to me was not common. My experiences with him was the first. So him, except all but him. All but him. The roller coaster I felt, I've never felt that before. So yes, all but him. But yeah, anyway, generally, a lot of men think their tactics are very unique, and they are not at all. You're not the only. You're not. That the things they do are so, like, they all behave that way. That's so common. They all behave that way. So it's like you can see right through it. That's what I'm trying to explain. You can see right through it, but they think they're so intelligent. You're not. Okay? You're not. Anyway, that's it for my random thoughts. Almost 14 minutes of yapping, but that's what this podcast is for, right? Yeah, so anyway, let's move on to something that's been sitting heavy on my heart. I've been so angry. Like, I keep getting angry. I don't know why. It's usually around midnight that I start feeling this anger. Oh my god, it's 12. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new day. It's Thursday. Yeah, so it's like, I think during the day, because I'm busy with work and stuff, I don't really process things. But like, this whole week at night, I've been so upset, so pissed. So this segment of the episode is not really about jokes at all. It's about something that I think we don't talk about enough, and that is climate change. So professionally, or what I studied in school was environmental science. So maybe that is why this really, really like hurts me so bad. So now before you switch off because you think this is going to sound like a boring lecture, stay with me, okay? Because this affects every single one of us. Every single one of us. One thing I've noticed that whenever there are floods, any natural disaster, anything at all, we immediately blame the government, and to be fair, governments do have a huge responsibility. They do have huge responsibilities in trying to prevent or make to improve resistance to some of these things, effects of like climate change and stuff. They need proper drainage systems, better urban planning, stronger waste management, enforcement of laws, man. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I also think we don't hold ourselves accountable enough. Sometimes we act like climate disasters just happen out of nowhere. So there's this thing where now they say climate disasters are no longer like a natural occurrence. Now they are man-made. I don't know if you've heard this before. Also, point for reference, this thing is coming up because this week there were massive floods all over Accra. And I even heard today that they even reached outside of the Accra city. So that's why I'm discussing this. I know even Nigeria was also flooded. It was also flooding in Nigeria. I don't know about other countries. I've never really heard news about like Togo, Burkina, and Benin. I don't really hear things from there. But like what I know, I'm here in Accra, so I experienced the Accra one. And because I really consume a lot of Nigerian content, I also heard about that. So that's where this is coming from, just to give you like a background. So as I was saying, sometimes we act like climate, these things happen out of nowhere, but in reality, we are contributing to them every single day. We contribute to these things every single day. For instance, let's talk about rubbish. Something as simple as throwing litter out of your car window, leaving plastic bottles on the streets, dropping your food packs after you finish eating. It seems small until it rains. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the Labadi, is it Laboma beach? That is like, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. If I drop a pack, you drop a pack, your friend drops a pack, your friend drops a bottle. All those things, man. You guys should look for that video. You'll be so appalled, right? So they all seem like small things until it rains. Then all of that rubbish ends up in the gutters or in our water bodies, or in rivers. And everything like washed down into the ocean, and so at the beach. Now here is something a lot of people don't think about as well. Gutters are not bins. Gutters are not your trash bins. Their job is to carry like rainwater from roads, homes, schools, markets, your communities, wherever you're at. When they are blocked with plastics, with bottles, with wrappers and other waste, the water has nowhere to go. So where does it go? It will flood our homes, it will flood the road, it will wash away people's warehouses like it did on Monday. And like suddenly we're calling it a natural disaster. Please. Sometimes these things have become man-made disasters, really. Another thing we don't talk about enough in Africa, honestly, is plastic. In Malawi, I would say there's a way that even plastics are, I don't know if maybe it's poverty, but like it's still working. They don't give out like rubbers the way they give. You can go and buy something in Ghana, though you end up with like 10 plastic bags. When you go to the market, count how many plastic bags you like come back home with if it's not above 20. But in Malawi, every plastic bag is not given out for free. You buy it. So people go to the market with like their own big tote bags or something. So that helps mitigate these things. Packs when you're buying food. gets, firstly, it's not for free. So you might move around with your container, or they use the biodegradable ones, but not here. Ghana, no. There's the way, I don't know, there's so much, yeah. Plastics don't just disappear. That water sachet you threw away this morning, that rubber that you bought your jollof with the pack and in the rubber, that bottled water you drank, it can stay in the environment for decades, for tens and tens and tens and tens of years, for so many years. And all it does is it clogs the drains, it pollutes everywhere, even hurts animals, man. And even the plants, the plastics as well also affects, the soil health. Do you know that? Like, they also break down into like tiny pieces that end up in our food and water. If you don't even care about the animal in the sand and whatever, about yourself, and yet we treat these things like somebody else's problems. Then there is another thing. I don't know if you've heard this before. Wetlands, Ramsar sites. Have you heard that before? I really wish people understood how important wetlands are. And I'm very aware that people don't even know what they are. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to teach you. Every area has Ramsar sites, wetlands, which are usually on lower playing fields. So what these areas do is that they act as a natural sponge. When heavy rains come, they absorb and store excess water. This helps to reduce flooding. This is what Ramsar sites or wetlands do. So you notice that certain areas that are usually always wet, or there are water usually when it rains, that's where a lot of water collects itself, because they were created by God to be wetlands. To be Ramsar sites, to be sponges, to collect water from different areas. But what do? Children of descendants of Adam and Eve, what do? We build houses on them. We dump waste in them. We reclaim them for constructions and stuff like that. Then when it floods and it becomes worse, we are shocked. Man. The same goes for building in waterways. Water has always been it always has somewhere to pass. Water always has somewhere to pass. If we build right in its path, eventually it's going to try to find that path again, or another path. It's always find a path to go. And unfortunately, that usually ends with so much distraction, because it will have to find a path to go. I think so. The president of Ghana did this he was looking at the affected areas, an aerial view of it. So he was trying to see the affected areas of the floods, right? And he did a video after. I didn't even know. I just learned it from when he was speaking. He was saying that the thing about Accra city is that Accra is in between, I think, two large water bodies. Don't quote me. I think that's what he said, but don't quote me because I might not recall word for word exactly what he said. But he said, according to my memory again, that Accra is built in between two major water bodies. I don't recall right now, but there's an ocean. Is it Atlantic, Pacific? I don't know. I didn't do geography. I did science. I don't know. But then there's an ocean and there's another water body, I don't know, before Accra, the top there. So what happens is that water generally, or water is supposed to flow from up there down into the ocean. But now Accra city is built in between this. So that's why Accra is always very prone to flooding, because it's right in the middle it's like in the water, it's on the waterway, it's in the water path. Accra is built in the water path to the ocean. I didn't know this. I hope you're also learning from me, because so it's like we're already in damn soup. And we as people too, we are not doing anything to prevent this. We're making the soup hotter. Like, we're not preventing anything, we're making things worse for ourselves, right? I've never seen, I don't know why, bro. I also think we need to stop seeing the environment, like, we need to stop seeing environmental care as something that is only meant for, like, environmentalists, or like something that only environmentalists should worry about, or only the government should worry about. Compare the government and the citizens. Who are more? Do you know, sometimes think like that as well. Like, you have to also, like, put in the work as well, because it's like you cannot force. Yes, I also believe that there's a need for, like, the government to, like, do things with a harder hand, or like stick to the program. If you're going to do something, do it, like, and do it with force, because I think that's the only way to deal with Africans, right? If you're going to do something, do it. There are a lot of things the government is supposed to do, but I don't want to talk about that right now, because I think no matter what they do, if citizens don't also do their parts, it's cost 90. It's not going to do anything. Right? It's everybody's responsibilities, like parents teaching children not to litter, communities organizing cleanup. Look at Rwanda. Communities, like organizing cleanup days, businesses reducing unnecessary plastic. There's so much unnecessary plastic in Ghana. People also, like, learning to separate waste. My friend was telling me this week at her office at the airport, they try to implement this segregation of waste. So they're doing it. Now the waste collectors, they come and collect all at once. Cost 90. So what was the point? Do you get it? Like, there are so many things we can do, report people who are blocking drains. Also, like, try and desilt drains before the rain starts, right? Planting of more trees. And I know a lot of people don't know the essence of planting trees, but I don't want to get into that right now. Stop. These things sound like small things, but imagine millions of people doing them consistently. That's how change happens. And I think what worries me the most is that we've almost become used to these things. Every single year, every single rainy season, people are losing their homes, people are losing their businesses, people are losing their capital, people are losing things that they've worked so hard for. People are even losing their lives. I saw a video of a baby, a little boy, who drowned. I saw another video. I had another story. A man lost their wife who just gave birth last month. At the same time, too, a woman just gave birth recently and lost their husband. We see all these things in the news. We feel sad. Then 2 days later, by the time it's December, we've moved on. We've forgotten, because dirty December has come for us to dance. We shouldn't be this comfortable with preventable disasters. We should be asking harder questions, demanding better systems, and also asking ourselves, what am I doing? Because change starts much closer to home than we think. Sometimes it's as simple as not throwing rubbish where it doesn't belong. Sometimes it's choosing to protect the environment instead of assuming somebody else will do that. We really need to do better, because right now I don't want to say my age. I'm in my closer to my late 20s, right? I'm just imagining 30 years from now, if this is what we're experiencing now, 30 years from now, what are we going to see? We're really going to see premium Shege Banza. And we really need to do better. Anyway, that's my little late night thoughts for today. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this episode, is that caring for the environment isn't just about saving the planet. It's about protecting ourselves, protecting your family, your kids, your siblings, your parents, your friends, your boyfriends, and your friends, and our future, right? So it's so nuanced. I mean, take a bold step and do something. It starts with you. Honestly, it starts with you. Imagine if everybody has that mentality of it starts with me, starts with me, starts with me. We're really going to do great stuff. And let's protect our future. I'm just imagining if, I thank God that my house didn't get flooded, right? But I just imagine said so many things that like maybe I've, man, no. Really need to do better. Yeah, so thank you for hanging out with me today. And as always, take care of yourselves, be kind to people, and please, let's be kinder to the environment as well. So yeah, this was See After Dark. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah.